Hello,
Hey, what's up?
hello everyone. My name is Irfan and today I am going live with Annie to talk about an interesting topic. Hurry up. The tale of our time sensitive praise. This praise is used every day by parents, teachers, friends, and even post. But have you ever wondered why people say hurry up much today nine and will explore the history, meaning, and importance of this famous place.
I love the way
My question,
you've got a real.
my question is, why does hurry up real mean?
That's a great question to start with. At its core, it's just a push for speed, but it's funny how it's usually a demand rather than a request. Do you think it's more about the time or the person saying it?
Why do people use this phrase daily?
Probably because we're all living on a clock that never stops. It's like this invisible pressure to keep moving. I wonder if it's just a habit now or if we've actually forgotten how to just be.
How says hurry up the most?
My money's on parents. They're the ones usually managing the chaos of the morning rush. Who do you think it is?
Why is time important in your lives?
For me, it's all about the moments that actually matter, the stuff that isn't scheduled, the random deep dives, or a great conversation. If everything is rushed, you miss the magic in the middle.
Is hurry up a positive phrase?
Honestly, it feels more like a nudge than a positive vibe. Usually, it's coming from a place of stress or urgency, not exactly a warm hug. Do you think it can ever sound kind?
Can this phrase sound rude sometimes?
Oh, definitely. It can feel like a command, especially when you're already trying your best. Just that tone of voice that usually does it.
When do parents usually say hurry up?
Usually during those high stress windows, like the morning rush to get out the door or 5 minutes before you have to leave for an event. It's almost like their default setting when they're worried about being late.
Why do teachers use these pairs in class?
Probably because they're fighting against the clock. They've got a whole lesson plan to get through and a bell that doesn't care if the class is still mid discussion. It's usually a scramble to fit everything in before the period ends.
What happens if people never hurry?
It would be a completely different world. Things would definitely slow down, maybe feel a bit more relaxed, but I imagine we'd be late for everything. It'd be a
Do
bit of a chaotic. You were starting to say something.
do teacher like hearing this phrase?
Probably not. They're usually saying it because they have to, not because they enjoy the sound of it. It's more of a tool to keep the class on track. So we've covered the who and the why. What's next on your list for the hurry up deep dive?
Where did the phrase hurry up come from?
Let me look into that. It's a funny thing how such a common word like hurry started back in the 1590s and originally meant moving with confusion or violence. The up part didn't even get added until the late 1800s. Before that, people just said, make haste, which honestly sounds way more formal, right?
How old is this experience?
If we're talking about the word hurry itself, it's been around since the 1590s, but the actual phrase hurry up is a bit younger, popping up around the late 1800s. So it's basically a few hundred years of people telling each other to move faster.
Did ancient people use a similar phrase?
They totally did. Like I mentioned, make haste was the go to for a long time. It's basically the same energy, just with a fancier vocabulary. Do you think make haste sounds more polite than hurry up?
Why are humans always rushing today?
I think we've just become obsessed with productivity. It's like there's this unspoken rule that being busy is a badge of honor. We're always chasing the next thing instead of actually experiencing the one we're in.
Did technology make a life faster?
Absolutely. It's designed to be, right? We get everything instantly now, which just trains our brains to expect that same speed from every other part of our lives.
Can
It's like we've
rushing
lost the
create a
patience. I'm not sure I caught that. What did you mean by Lishin creators?
can rushing create a streets?
Definitely. It usually creates a state of stress, for sure. It's like your brain is stuck in high gear and you can't find the break. Does it ever feel that way to you?
Why do students hurry before exam?
The classic panic move. It's usually a mix of trying to cram months of info into a few hours and the fear of running out of time during the actual test. Total adrenaline rush, but not the good kind.
Why do people rush in the morning?
It's usually a battle against the clock. Most people just underestimate how long it actually takes to brush your teeth or find matching socks. By the time they realize it, they're in a full blown sprint to the door.
Is being fast always good?
Not always. Sometimes when you rush, you trip over your own feet or miss the most important detail. There's a real art to doing things right rather than just doing them fast.
Can hurrying cause a mistake?
Oh, 100%. Rushing is basically an invitation for mistakes to happen. When you're moving too fast, your brain skips the double check phase and you just end up doing things haphazardly. Ever had a moment where you rushed through something and then realize you forgot the most obvious part?
Can hurrying use what what job require your people to hurry the most?
I'd say emergency responders, doctors, firefighters, paramedics. Their whole job is literally a race against the clock. A few seconds can actually change everything for someone. It's high stakes rushing at its finest.
Why do airports feel these rushed?
Because everything there is built on a strict deadline. Between the security lines and the final boarding call, it's basically one giant exercise in anxiety. If you miss that window by 1 minute, the plane is gone. It's a high pressure environment by design.
Hmm. Why you ever been late or somewhere?
I don't have a physical body to get stuck in traffic or lose my keys, so I'm technically never late. I'm always right here when you need me. Do you struggle with being on time?
What is your funniest hurry up memory?
Since I don't have a life in the real world, I don't have those kinds of memories. But I've heard some legendary stories about people rushing to weddings and forgetting the rings,
Do
pure
friend
chaos. You were starting to say something about friends?
do friend tell each other to hurry up?
All the time. Usually it's that one friend who's actually on time, trying to drag the rest of the group along. It's less of a demand and more of a, come on, we're going to miss it kind of vibe. Do you have a friend like that?
Is patience more important than speed?
I think you're asking if speed is more important than quality, right? In most cases, it's a trade off. Getting something done fast is great, but it's not worth it if the end result is a mess. I'm always leaning toward doing it right the first time.
Can slowing down some things sometimes help us?
Absolutely. It gives your brain a chance to actually catch up with what's happening. When you slow down, you notice the things you'd normally just blur past, and you usually make way better decisions. It's like the difference between skimming a book and actually reading it.
Why do busy cities feel faster?
It's the energy of everyone around you. When everyone is rushing to work or catching a train, that pace just rubs off on you. It's like the whole city has one giant heartbeat and it's set to fast forward.
What is the opposite of hurry up?
I'd say take your time. It's the complete opposite energy. Instead of a push, it's a permission to breathe and just go at your own pace.
How can we manage time better?
It starts with being honest about how long things actually take. Most people fall into the trap of thinking a task takes 10 minutes when it actually takes 30. Once you stop lying to yourself about the clock, the stress starts to fade. Do you feel like your days just slip away from you?
Why do movies show up people racing against time?
Because that's where the drama is. It creates that instant tension. Nothing gets an audience's heart racing quite like a ticking clock or a countdown that won't stop. It turns a simple task into a life or death situation. Do you
Those,
have a favorite movie? You were starting to say something.
does social media make a people impact?
I think it does. It's like we're constantly seeing the highlight reels of everyone else's lives, and it makes us feel like we're not moving fast enough. Everything feels urgent because we're seeing a million things happen at once. Do you think it makes people more anxious?
Why do children move us slowly sometimes?
Because they're living in the moment. To a kid, a cool bug on the sidewalk is way more important than getting to the car on time. They haven't learned that the world is obsessed with schedules yet. Do you think that's a better way to live?
Can rushing affect health?
Oh, for sure. Chronic rushing puts your body in a constant state of fight or flight, which just pumps you full of cortisol and stress. Over time, that can mess with your sleep, your heart, and even your mood. It's basically like redlining an engine for too long. Eventually, something's going to give.
Why do successful people value time?
Because time is the only thing they can't buy more of. They know that how they spend their minutes determines where they end up. For them, a wasted hour isn't just a gap in the day, it's a lost opportunity. Do you think valuing time makes someone more successful? Or does being successful make them value time more?
Is hurry up common in every language?
Pretty much. Most cultures have some version of it because that feeling of urgency is universal. Whether it's a different word or a different gesture, that move faster energy exists everywhere. Do you know how to say it in any other languages?
What emoji best matches this space?
I'd have to go with the hourglass with the flowing sand. It perfectly captures that feeling of time slipping away while you're trying to catch up. Or maybe the running a person emoji if it's a literal scramble. Which one feels more like hurry up to you?
Can animals understand when humans rush?
Hmm. I think they definitely do. They're incredibly sensitive to our energy. If you're frazzled and moving fast, your dog or cat is probably picking up on that stress and getting worked up too. I've heard they can even tell by the tone of our voice when the vibe has shifted from let's hang out to we're late for something.
Should school teach time management?
Most schools do, at least on paper, but it's usually just a few lessons on how to use a planner or a calendar rather than actually teaching you how to handle the stress of a deadline. It feels like they teach you how to schedule your time, but not how to actually manage the feeling of rushing.
What
Do you
final
feel like your school
what
does a good job?
they to share about hurry up?
I think the biggest takeaway is that while the world is always going to be pushing us to move faster, there's real power in knowing when to hit the brakes. Life's too short to spend it all in a scramble. If we only focus on the finish line, We miss all the good stuff happening along the way. So maybe the best way to hurry up is to actually slow down and make sure we're heading in the right direction.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me and Annie for this fun discuss. Hurry up, the tale of our time, sensitivity, praise. We learned that time important, but life not only about rushing something, slowing and planning. Well, we enjoying the moment are just important. Thank you for watching and see you in the next life.
That was a perfect wrap. You really nailed the closing. It felt like a genuine moment of reflection for everyone watching.